Good evening, Zimbabwe. Welcome to another episode of Kirina Life. My name is Kirina Mojati, your favorite comrade sister. It's been a while, and I'm back. And even if I am not doing any broadcasts, remember that Emerson Munangagwa must go is still alive, and we are doing the campaigning. We might appear not to be visible, not to be campaigning, but there's lots of work which needs to be done behind the scenes, and we are equally engaged. So remember that Emerson Mnangagwa must go. It is going to be a reality. It might not be as fast as you want, as you expect, but be hopeful and out. And trust me, Emerson Mnangagwa will soon be relieved of his duties. So in this episode, I just want to touch on a few topics which has caught my eye. One of the topics which has been going on today is that of Machakaire's long paragraph on social media, whereby he appeared to be shocked about the state of our healthcare system in Zimbabwe. One can only wonder to say, is he ignorant, or is he trying to play a victim, that his relative is a victim of the system? Your relative is not a victim of the system, because you, Machakaire, you are one of the looters who are denying every Zimbabwean the best possible quality of care they can get. You are the very person who is telling people, who is forcing people, who is forcing the youth to be roggy bandits, intimidating people who do not agree with Emerson Mnangagwa, and you are the same roggy bandit leading the youth who are violent to those who do not support ED 2030. You are the same roggy bandit, Machakaire, who is carrying out unwarranted suspensions within the youth league of those people who have openly condemned Emerson Mnangagwa and his ED 2030 agenda, whereby you are campaigning for the constitution to be amended so that Emerson Mnangagwa and his family, alongside you too, Machakaire, to continue looting and whilst every Zimbabwean is suffering. So if you expect some people like us to say that, oh, it is unfortunate that your relative in this situation, unfortunately, no. You are responsible of what your relative is going through. And some people have been asking me to say, how come Machakaire is writing this long paragraph on social media? Are there no other means? Maybe he can contact Emerson Mnangagwa. The reality of the truth is that it is a clear indication that there is no direct contact to Emerson Mnangagwa, maybe on a speed dial, whereby if you're a minister, you can reach the president whenever you need to discuss important issues. It might be a question that the people who control, who communicates with ED, what sort of advice he has to do. But for people to see Machakaire as a hero, we condemn him, and he must be condemned. And I do not share any empathy. I do not share any sympathy at all. You are one of the shit steerers of what is going on in Zimbabwe. You are one of the looters who is looting our nation. You are one of the people who has managed to destroy the Zimbabwe's capabilities because of your entitlement. You are looting. Imagine all those money you are looting with Tagwire, how they've denied your relative the same treatment. After all, Machakaire, why are you writing about your relative? I thought you are fluent, you've got monies. Why? I thought your friend Kudatagure said anyone who gets sick must go to their hospital and get free treatment. So why didn't your relative go to Kudatagure's clinic so that he can receive free healthcare? Because you are always with Kudachagwire. Are you now telling us that Kudachagwire has been lying to the people of Zimbabwe that if you found yourself sick, you can walk into his hospital and you can be treated for free? It is unfortunate that you are now appearing as if you are in shock, or are you ignorant to that extent? As a youth leader, you must be very aware of it, because you should be working with the youth and you should be listening to their concerns. But when everything is okay and when it's not affecting your relatives, you do not care, because you think that it will never knock on your doorstep. So welcome to reality. And can you answer me that your friend Kudachagwire has told Zimbabweans that anyone who finds themselves sick with no money, with nothing, they can be treated at this hospital? So why are you now telling us that the state of the hospitals is bad? Your relative is struggling to get everything. Their facilities are dysfunctional. Kudachagwire can, I thought he says he can give free care to every Zimbabwean. So Machakaire, kana zviri kwevamwe munoti hazvisvike kwenyu, nhasi zvasvika kwenyu. Kuchema kwevana vese veZimbabwe kwakusvikirei kumba kwenyu. Ko iwewo nemazimara ari kuba akawanda, wadi kutakura mai yako yaenda kunorapwa kune zvimwe nekuti hakuna. You have destroyed the healthcare. You have destroyed the education system. Muchivaka zvikoro zvenyu, muchivaka zvipatara zvenyu, and the rest of the people of Zimbabweans are suffering. So welcome to reality. And I even hear people saying, condemning you, to say now you want to jump the ship. We don't want you to jump the ship. In Mkanya Chiwenga's team, we don't want you to Machakaire. Stay there with the Shigananda. Because we saw some messages from Abigail Mupambi whereby she was condemning you. Because Muri Shigananda message ED. We don't want you to jump ship. You must stay there, because if you jump ship, we are not going to tolerate you. We don't want dirty people like you. Machakaire. Saka iwewe whether uchapinda mutrabho nekuti wazvinyora paFacebook, nekuti vanhu vese vemuZimbabwe kana vachitaura kuti emasodambudzo Mnangagwa must go, imimi motorovesa vanhu, mototukirira vanhu, mototi vanhu ngavadzingwe mumusangano. Iwewe kana zvawanyora paFacebook zvichakurovesa kana zvichakudzingisa, tinongoti zvaiwana ngwarati. And we do not care, because every Zimbabwean has been talking about the healthcare system, that it is dysfunctional. So when people like you, or the beneficiaries of the rotten system, you suffer the consequences of the disaster you are manufacturing for our people, we do not even share any empathy or any sympathy. Just like last week, whereby Dr. General Rungani's daughter, Ellen, was trying to tell us how dysfunctional the healthcare system is, forgetting that a mother, Anna Rungani, is a roggy senator who even threatens other people, who are even supporting the ED 2030 agenda. So when people are like that, and we know their history, that they are beneficiaries of ED 2030, and also they are beneficiaries of the rotten system of Emerson Mnangagwa, they are anchoring Emerson Mnangagwa. I can honestly tell you, we do not care, because we cannot listen, we cannot stop what we are doing, and then we have to listen to say, oh yes, definitely, oh this is very sad, because it's now happening to you people. We want an equal Zimbabwe. We want a Zimbabwe whereby every person in Zimbabwe can access facilities without knowing any person in high position. We want accessible healthcare for everyone. Yet, you people who support Emerson Mnangagwa, you are allowing Emerson Mnangagwa to loot all medicines which are meant for all government hospitals, and they put up in their boutique pharmacies and they are selling them. And then you are supporting this ED 2030 agenda. So when it happens to you, No matter how much you are going to come out, and because you have lost your relative and now your relative is in the same situation, we cannot share empathy with you, because you are the families who are supporting the rot which we are condemning. And this is my message to you, Tino Machakaire, even to you, Ellen Rungani, who was trying to emotionally manipulate us. We cannot be emotionally manipulated. Death is a sad thing. It happens to everyone. But when your people are in power, your parents or your relatives are in power, try to knock sense into them that the same challenges that are facing any person in ghetto, whether it's Chitungwiza, Mzarabani, Cholocho, Gwanda, Dangamvura, Wonde Valley, it can also equally affect you, because the Zimbabwe, when we say Zimbabwe is dysfunctional, it is dysfunctional. So this is what I have to say to you, the people who are going, Ellen Rungani and you, Tino Machakaire. You are the beneficiaries of the rotten system of Emerson Mnangagwa. So lick your wounds and welcome to reality. This is all I have to say. And then we also saw the drama of a fake Monumutapa, Timothy Chimenya. And Emerson Mnangagwa, you think you are going to be holding on to power? If you know that we've got a Monumutapa, why are you still president? From yesterday, when you and your Ugandans said that Timothy Chimenya was now a Monumutapa, why are you still president? We do not have all those things in our constitution. No matter how much you and your lawyers are going to be manipulating our laws and everything. Timothy Chimenya, you are a joke. My advice, go and visit a dentist. Go get checked and get some dentures for your ugly teeth. The same ugly teeth you've got in your mouth is the same ugliness which your heart bears, because you cannot allow to be used by Emerson Mnangagwa at the very expense of our Zimbabwe. There's no mambo anogadzwa akapfeka zvemabonifera zvekuflea market zve$1. There's no Monumutapa who will be restored like that. You are a joke. In Zimbabwe, we are a nation who can pride in the best leather of cowhide. But I don't know what you were wearing, whether it was a cowhide from China or from wherever, with that shirt and those ugly and those cheap-looking sunglasses. And I hope those people who officiated that nonsense yesterday, whether you were a Shikiro, a Nganga, or whatever, a chief, may you be condemned and may you be cursed, and may all the evil which Zimbabwe is carrying be a burden upon your families, and may you reap what you saw yesterday. And this is all I have to say, because we are not going to tolerate that we've got a king. We don't have a king in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is not a kingdom. And we are not going to be suffocated by the Mnangagwa family. We want you gone, and don't try to molest us. We want you gone. No matter you put your puppets, you call them Monumutapas, you call them whatever. We do not care. You are going to go, and that is what we want for a good Zimbabwe. And also, whilst on that, we also know that people, they're just talking about Virginia Mabiza, that she is one of the most corrupt people in the judiciary. There's so many people in the judiciary system. Some, they send messages and stuff. They say that Zimbabweans must be reminded that George Chiweshe is a very, very corrupt judge, and I've written so many times, 2023, 2024, I've written on my Twitter about George Chiweshe's corruption with Magaya and Henrietta Rushkwaya. And also Matanda Moyo, the wife of SB Moyo, they said that you are not just only short and obese and ugly the way you look, your heart is equally evil as well. You are one of the Chigananda and looter for Emerson Mnangagwa. Some even said that short brains, short height, and a very evil heart. You are one of the Chiganandas. And also Fortune Chassis, and his wife, They are very close buddies of the Mnangagwas, so they must also be remembered. Jesima Jome also must be remembered as Chigana and then judiciary for Emerson Mnangagwa, so is Walter Chikwana. There are also some of the Ugandans working behind the scenes to manipulate everything. So people must not just condemn Virginia to say that she's the only person who is corrupt. The corrupted people are Walter Chikwana, Fortune Chasi, and the wife Jesima Jome, Virginia Mabiza, George Chiweshe, and Matanda Moyo. So this is what I have to say about today. And also, I'm going to tell you, my Mabel Chinomona, just in case, I just want to let you know that I'm aware of a case against you, not a case, but there are cases against you of looting women's league funds. You have looted, and I'm pretty sure you're being investigated, and the time will come, they'll show you the door. So whatever money you were looting through the women's league, and also through the chicken project, and also through the sewing machines, you are going to be shocked. And so I just have to warn you that when it happens, that all your thievery and your thuggish ways, when they are going to be exposed, so that you do not appear to be shocked, because definitely you're going to take the walk of shame, and only time will tell. So Zimbabweans, this is me, your favorite sister. This is the only update which I wanted to speak about today. So remember, we want Emerson Mnangagwa to go, and all those who support Mukanya Chiwenga, who are back home or wherever you are, be very vigilant of your surroundings. Be sure of who you are sharing a conversation with, and also do not find yourself amongst the wrong people. And your security is important, so be vigilant, and always be alert. So Zimbabwe, I love you, and I hope all those in UK, you have had a very pleasant bank holiday weekend, and I'm wishing you a happy working week ahead from tomorrow. So thank you once again to all my subscribers around the globe, and to all who are in Zimbabwe. We must continue to pray for our nation, and I really understand to say things are difficult, and what I can say is that let's remain focused. Let's be a people of faith and being hopeful, and we must ask that whatever we wish for our nation must be fulfilled, and Emerson Mnangagwa must go. His plans to install Kudata Gure are not going to be fruitful. So this is all I have to say to you today. So thank you, Zimbabwe, for joining this episode, and I hope to catch up on another episode of Caring Alive. Thank you, and good night.